Hi everyone, how are you all? Well, I'm back today with day 3 and 4 of my December daily. I knew it would happen. I knew I wouldn't be able to keep up. So I'm doing a little bit of a catch up. But I'd just like to tell you as well about a YouTube hop that I'm taking part in next week for the December Daily Anything Goes Facebook page. I think that's going live on the 14th of December, so I'd love you to join me for that. So tonight, I'm catching up, as I say, with day 3 and day 4. I've got the things prepared ready, and I'm just going to make up the pages with you. Day 3 actually was a thoroughly miserable kind of day because I had 2 rather miserable sort of meetings. But when I went to see Les Miserables in Cardiff Bay on Friday, I took this photo on my phone, which was the car park and all the trees. And when I was looking through my phone for some ideas of what to scrapbook for the 3rd, as I say, because I'd had such a miserable day, when I saw this one, I thought, oh, let's scrapbook that one. So even though it's not the day that it happened, well, I don't really mind. So what I've done, I found this little tiny Christmas tree tag, and I've just kept it simple, saying I love the lights in Cardiff Bay. And because of the fact that all my pages are 6x8 pieces of paper, this wasn't actually going to be the piece of paper that was next. But the piece of paper I had next didn't really suit my photo at all. So that's the nice thing about, even though I've set up loose foundation phase, sorry, I teach in a foundation phase, so obviously that just rolls off the tongue. Even though I've made loose foundation pages, I'm not too precious about them, and I'm quite happy to swap things about if I need to. I think that tends to work best for me. So I'm just going to tuck this tag just underneath this photo here. It'd be better if it was a little bit straighter. And these are what I've been doing for my date tags this year. Each one of them I've either used a sticker or a chipboard piece or a Bramble Fox number that I had last year. I'm trying not to just put them in the top corner because what I'm finding is making my album extremely bulky. So I'm trying to sort of spread the load a little bit. Now the other thing I've got to use tonight is these puffy words here that were in a Hip Kit Club last year. It might be difficult to see, but they actually say twinkle lights, and I think that's quite perfect for what I'm going to use it for. I'm going to try and get them fairly straight. I'm not quite as organised as I thought, because otherwise I would have my T ruler to hand. So when I saw this, I thought that's such a perfect title for this page. They were absolutely glorious. But I was there standing in the car park waiting to meet my friends because I was going off to see Les Mis, and I didn't realise the car park attendant was behind me as I was trying to wait for a gap that this path was empty, otherwise I'd have some random strangers in my book. And he was lovely, in all fairness. I said, I'm dreadfully sorry. I said, I didn't see you there. He said, no. He said, you carry on. They look so stunning. Which I thought was very nice of him. So I'm just going to twinkle then as in one word. So take the middle pieces out. So how are you all doing with yours? Are you up to date with your project life? Or are you also doing a little bit of catch up this weekend? There we are. And then I've got some of these little blue stars then that I was going to sort of, because the lights on the tree were actually blue, I'm going to just put those around my title. Like that. And then I'm going to Just grab my glue then to stick this down. No, I think I'll use glue dots. So that, as you see, it's a nice easy page to come together. I'm trying to keep my pages simple because otherwise, because I'm trying to do this and keep up with my monthly project life, I'm sort of trying to keep them manageable. So there we go. So that's day 3. And as you can see, really simple, because once you've got, because the page is 6 by 8, you're limited then to how much you can sort of fit on there. There we are. So I'm going to put that one to one side. And as I say, I've prepared quite a bit for day 4 as well. Day 4, I can't, that's it, Wednesday. I couldn't even think what day it was then. Nothing particularly exciting happened that was all that Christmassy on Wednesday either. So I haven't put my tree up in the house yet. I'm very last minute with the Christmas tree. I had this lovely cut file. It was Paige Evans. She's done a lovely 25 days of Christmas. So this was, I think, is actually today's cut file, which is day 6. But I'm using it for day 4 because I love this paper. So my day 4, I'm going to put it on this side actually, because as I say, trying to share the bulk out in my book. Excuse my very croaky voice. We are in full flow with Christmas play concert in school, so I am constantly singing at the moment, which is my favourite thing to do actually, so it isn't a big hardship, but it does tend to affect my voice a little bit. My voice gets quite tired this time of the year. On top of that, there are so many germs making their way around the school. I've also got this lovely banner that says Believe in Magic. I think that's a hip kit one. So I'm going to put that across my tree here. What I didn't show you, that with the cut file from Paige Evans, it was all, you can see, it's all made out of circles, and I have used my Stampin' Up punches actually to punch out circles of a similar size to fill in the spaces. And then I've used this lovely paper here, which I'm not sure if it's Pink Fresh Studio from last year. I'm simply trying to use up lots and lots of different papers in my scrapbook this year, rather than hoarding it all and stroking it. And then what I'm going to do then, just decorate my tree slightly, I've got these little tiny baubles here, and little tiny stars, and I'm just going to use those on there. So this is again from the Hip Kit Club. There's some of their exclusive puffy stickers. Put some of these little stars on where they stand out, like this, and 1 or 2 of these ornaments here. Just going for the small ones. There we go. So Believe in Magic, I'm going to put on here as well, Be Merry. And then I'm going to, off screen then, think of a little bit of journaling to put on there. That's another page done. So there we go. It's day 3 and day 4 complete. And I'm just going to pop them in my album and show you then my previous pages. As you can see, I'm using a 6x8 album. It's actually one that I had from Stampin' Up, and I've just covered the front and the inners, in the inner pages, sorry, the inner covers, with different paper. I'm not at all matchy in my album. I'll just give you another in case you haven't seen my previous videos. So there's the cover. As I say, this is very, very old basic grey paper that I covered it with. Then Stampin' Up paper from a few years ago. I cut this on my Silhouette, printed out this free calendar. Then there's my inside page there. So day 1 was taking Izzy to get her Christmas toy. There she is, and I do have a video for this page. Day 2 was showing the baubles I'm making for my class for our Christmas craft fair, and I've also got a project page, a video for this one. Then day 3 is Twinkle Lights, and day 4, Believe in Magic and Be Merry. So thank you so much for joining me. As I say, I'm taking part next week for December Daily Anything Goes Facebook page, and there will be a YouTube hop. So I would love you to join me and be inspired to